look in the mirror, man, you're so dirty. Yeah, you look so dirty. You were never worthy. Lately, it's you.
Welcome to the Jeremy Hill Show. If you're easily triggered, leave now because this is not the show for you. Now, let me tell you something. On this reaction video, I want to cover something that we see, especially in the black community, that I don't never see addressed. I want to talk about how women just move any type of man into their residence. Now, I don't think a man should be moving in with a woman, period. I really don't think that. I'm old school, but I'll talk more about that later on in this reaction video. But women move in some of the most laziest, unemployed, nastiest, mean-spirited men. And then they get all these trauma bonds with these men. They get all broken by these relationships. And then they want to come to a good man and ruin his life. So we're going to put the accountability back on the ladies. Because it's time that y'all use some wisdom and some discernment when y'all make these life-altering decisions. Because it is a life-altering decision to move somebody into your home and you don't even know them. And that's what's happening. You don't know the people that you're moving into your house. Anyway, let me go ahead and jump into this video. 1 second. I think this really should be talked about, man. Woo. Let's get it.
I swear, people out here really falling in love within 5 business days, and then we got to hear a whole TikTok series about it. And it's no shade, because everybody in some shape or form has got before by someone, unless you're one of the more blessed people in life who have never had the misfortune of being played by someone else. But come on, man, sis, you just met that man. Ain't no way he loved you already in 2 weeks. Why are you just letting Mr. Stranger move up in your house within a month?
Now let's get to it, man. Real talk, man. A lot of you women out there have no wisdom. A lot of y'all are foolish, in my most humble opinion, in this video for educational purpose. And let me tell you something. A lot of these women, a lot of these women, especially in the black community and also in others, but I'm talking about the black community. You move men that you haven't known a month later. I don't see them move men in that they known for 2 weeks. Shit, even a day or so. Because they were feeling his vibe. He was cool. Tatted all over. Tough guy. You move these men into your apartment or whatever. You have children already. Majority of the time, because most of y'all have children out of wedlock. We know it's the truth, right? You move strangers, strange men around your children. And then you wonder why you find out years later, or maybe that year or the year after that this stranger has violated your daughter. That this stranger has touched your daughter inappropriately. That this stranger is also on the down low and like little boys, a perv, a pedo. You move them in because mama can't be lonely. Mama wants what she wants. If you have children and you ran out the man, if you have children with a man who told you he didn't want to have kids, if you have children because you refuse to use some type of protection during the moments of intercourse, it is your solemn duty and your responsibility to protect your children. You don't even protect your children. All you care about is busting a nut and having a man. Why are you allowing men that you pick up in the club? Or why are you allowing men who hollered at you on the street to move in with you? Because he gave you some good pipe? Because he gave you some good wood? Huh? Because he don't take no crap? Huh? Because he got a rep in the streets? Huh? You a fool. Not an old fool, but a new fool that's going to become an old. This is the action of a musty back heifer. You have no business moving a stranger into your home around your children. And what happens is, if you don't got children, you get with the wrong man, he do you all types of ways, he do you bad, you're messed up now. Now you can't see yourself actually being a family unit when y'all break up. So what happens is, you get with a good man, and you might want to move in with him, or vice versa, and you can't do it because now you're guarded, now you're on high alert, now you don't trust nobody, now you're going to give him hell, now you're going to watch everything he say and do be micromanaging him, all because you chose to move many men, for some of you, into your places of residence. One man don't work out, you kick him out, get another man, move him in too. You move all these strange men. You don't know what type of desires these men have. You don't know if they have been engaging in the wrong things with children. You don't know any of that stuff. You just know he cool, he looks smooth, he got some rims on his ride, everybody know him. You don't know nothing about him other than he can give you some good stiff wood. And you jeopardize the safety of your children. And not only do you jeopardize the safety of your children, you ruin yourself for another man who is not like that. Because now the other man who is not like that, who has his stuff together, who's trying to be somebody, who's actually interested in being a husband to a wife, he can't deal with you because of your past traumas that you refuse to work on. Do you hear me? You have no issues bringing men into your home, but you have a big issue when it comes to getting therapy or seeking out a femininity coach to teach you how to be a woman to a man. We see it all the time in the black community. Now, with that being said, a man should not be moving in with a woman, period. I'm old school. A man should have his stuff together. A man should never move in a woman's residence. The woman should move into the man's residence. This is that old school teaching that you call outdated and ancient and archaic, but it's been very successful for centuries. A man who doesn't have anything should not be even dating. A man who doesn't have anything should be focused on himself and building himself into the best version of himself, to a version that he does not need anyone for anything, a version that has money in his savings, both his savings and his checking account, a version of himself that if he did get a family, he can take care of them. A man should not be moving in with a woman because what he does, he puts that woman in a masculine position to where she feels that she has all the power in that relationship. A man should have the leverage in a relationship. A man should not be underneath the foot of a woman, because as soon as she's tired of you, as soon as she wants you out, you got to go out, because your name is not on the mortgage. Your name is not on the lease. Your name is not on the car note that you're driving, because you're too lazy to be a man to develop yourself into the best version of yourself. And this may come across as harsh to the men, but I want you to be a stronger version of yourselves, because America has taught men to be bitches. Everything is catering to the woman. Everything is putting the woman over the man. Everything is bowing down and being a beta male to a woman. You got men flying women out for thousands of dollars just so he can hit some coochie when there's some coochie next door that he don't got to hit for free. Just because he acts like a woman. He's feminine. He thinks like a woman. This is why our young boys need their fathers, so that the fathers can instruct and correct and give them the game that they need against these Jezebel mustard-back heifers that we call the American black woman. Do you understand what I'm saying? Now, of course, there's a small remnant of some women who think traditionally. So I'm not saying that all women are like that. And I'm finna stop saying that shit. If you don't got enough common sense to know that when I talk, that I am not saying that all women are this or that, then you a damn fool. I'm not finna keep cleaning that shit up, because normally I don't. If you think that, then go ahead and think that shit. That's you. You ain't changing nothing over here on the Jeremy Hill show. I don't give a damn. I'm talking about a certain behavior that we are seeing in our women. If our women was to change their behavior, our communities can become better. Most black men want to marry within their own racial demographic. There are those who marry outside, but there are those who choose and want to be with a black woman but cannot be with the westernized black American woman, so therefore he chooses to look for women elsewhere. And black is not limited to America. You can get a black woman in Brazil. You can get a black woman in Haiti. You can get a black woman in Dominican Republic. What the black man is not wanting is a woman who has this modernized, westernized, Babylonian mindset. That's what we're dealing with, and that's what we are against. And there's nothing wrong for a man to stand on his 2 feet on his square and let his balls hang and say, enough. I don't want this no more. I refuse to be treated like this. I refuse to not be valued. And what is happening is men all over the place are doing that. Now women are trying to push against it. Women, you are your own worst enemy. You are destroying your self-esteem. You are destroying your own self-value. And it's because you don't have a lack, you have a lack of knowledge of self. You don't know what type of woman you're supposed to be. You don't know what type of woman, a lady, how she should act, because the elders have failed you. A lot of the older women are too busy trying to compete and to keep up with the younger women. They're in the same clubs with them. They're on the same social media sites with them, shaking their ass, popping their pussy, smoking weed and drinking and sniffing lines like them. So you got one mustard back heifer that's an old one, and you got a younger mustard back heifer. Oh, I keep it real here, mate. But let us continue.
Your instincts, your survival skills. Stranger freaking danger, you don't know this person. Take the time to get to know them. See, the problem is people think they're too smart to be scammed or manipulated. Most of the time, scamming has nothing to do with your intelligence. People just play on your desperate nature, your desperate energy. They play on your emotions. And oftentimes we allow our emotions to take precedence over our intelligence.
Bingo. Bingo. There's a lot of women who had a lot of things going good for themselves. Intelligent women. Women who was on their way to get an associate's degree or bachelor's or beyond that. Women who had a good source of income. Intelligence don't mean nothing when you're desperate. Emotions tend to trump the power of intelligence all the time. If you feel that you're lonely, if you feel that you're needy, all the book reports you ever did, all the essays you ever wrote, all the straight A's you got in school and in college, and all the degrees that you have earned don't mean a thing when Pookie, Ray Ray, or Nook Nook speaks to you the way that you want to be spoken to. Next thing you know, he's in your bed. And after that, shortly thereafter, he's in your house, staying there. So don't ever think because you go to college that you won't fall into this, because I've seen, and you have seen too, a lot of women who had their own things going well, get with the wrong person and ruin their lives, ruin their credit, run out of money, get in car accidents because, not them, because Pookie and Ray Ray and them was driving the car, ran into something because he was drunk or high, and she got to pay for everything. And then this same broken woman want to come to a man who got his shit together? I don't think so.
But love scams do exist. They are very much real. And if you meet someone and in a month they're trying to get married to you, move up in your home, it's a finesse. Most likely it's a finesse.
She is telling you the truth. See, women, you get mad at me when I show you women who say the same shit I say. And you know what I say? I don't give a damn if you get mad or not. The truth got to be out there. I got to point it out. Let's keep going. 1 second, ladies and gentlemen, I'll put on the screen.
Look, the moment that you let that man move in with you, you are now the man. You can just consider yourself the man of the house, baby, because you're already in your masculine energy. Men.
Did you hear that? Gentlemen, pay close attention. What she said. As soon as you move into a woman's house, that woman has become the man. You know why? Because a man is supposed to be a provider. A man is not supposed to be provided for. Think about what I just said. We're not supposed to be provided for by our women. We're supposed to provide for our women and family. It sounds like an archaic idea, but it's how it's always been. Men have to get back to what we're supposed to be, which is strong and leaders. And if a woman cannot accept that, fucker. Men only work with the women who want to work with you. You hear me? Don't waste your time on these argumentative, lying, deceptive, manipulative women who refuse to submit to your authority, your direction, and your correction. Don't submit to them. They are supposed by nature and by design, if you are scriptural, if you are a person who believes in God, they were designed to follow man. The hierarchy goes like this right here. God, man, woman. She's at the bottom. She's at the lowest level of the totem pole. And that's not to disrespect a woman because God designed the woman. But there's a power imbalance that is divinely given by the Most High. Okay? God is more powerful than the man. Men are more powerful and stronger than a woman. Power imbalances are a part of life. When a woman tries to usurp the authority of the man and overthrow the man, everything goes haywire. That's why the shit we see right now is going on. That's why we see feminists behaving the way that they are. They are struggling and fighting against their own nature to the point where they want their own gender. And even in that community, they have the most domestic violence in the alphabet community than those who are heterosexual. Look it up. I did many videos of that myself. Go through my catalog or look it up for yourself. I had statistics and everything proving what I just said. Let's keep going.
Look, the moment that you let that man move in with you, you are now the man. You can just consider yourself the man of the house, baby, because you're already in your masculine energy. Men should not move in with women, and that's just that on that. It don't matter if he's paying the house note or paying all the bills. You're never going to be able to change that dynamic because the moment that y'all get into a job breakup or it's over, you're going to tell that man, get out of my house. You're going to be telling him to get out of your house. And so you ain't got to explain yourself to me because I get a lot of... oh, it was best for us. I was the homeowner first, and it just made sense for us. Okay, Brandon. Okay, just gonna start lining yourself up. Okay, line your beard up because you're still the man. If it's that imminent for y'all to live together, let that man put a roof over your head. and that just is what it is. So I hope that this is temporary for y'all and that y'all can start looking for something together because it doesn't matter it doesn't matter what your reasoning is behind it. That man is in your house.
Now pay close attention to what she just told you. Because a lot of y'all don't understand. I'm turning the music a little bit. I like the vibe when I'm talking to you, dig what I'm saying? Get a little music up. Now listen to what I'm about to tell you, man. Listen to me. That woman told you what you need to know. It don't fucking matter how many mortgages you pay. It doesn't matter how much you pay toward the mortgage. It doesn't matter how much you pay to the rent. It doesn't matter how much food you put in that house. It doesn't matter all the times you fixed up shit that was broken in the house. It doesn't matter how many times you put money on the insurance of the car, the vehicles, or pay for the car note. As soon as it's time for her to say, you got to go because your name is not on shit in that house. A lot of y'all moving to houses or apartment with these women, you dig what I'm saying? And you never say shit like, hey baby, can I put my name on something? You don't do that. Gentlemen, protect yourself. Dang, acting crazy, excuse me. Protect yourself, man. Excuse me, my mic tripping right quick. Yeah, protect yourself, man. Look, you got to have your own stuff, man. That's the best version of yourself. Never put yourself in a position where you're going to be a subservient to a woman. Never put yourself in a position where you are basically a dependent, like a fucking kid, because you moved in with her. Now, I know there's men out there who are out there, and there are very few cases where it works out. Very few. The majority of the time, let me ask you this. How many of you men been out there who have moved in with a woman? My question for you, the men who have moved in with a woman, are you still with that same woman? Or have you moved on? Think about all that money you done spent in that motherfucking residence that wasn't yours. Spend that money on yourself, gentlemen. Value yourself, man. Be a man. Value yourselves. Don't let a woman define you. A man is not defined by a woman. A woman is defined by a man, though. That's a different story. That's a different video before I get into that, bro. But anyway, you let me know what you think about this topic, and I'll be talking to you pretty soon. I'll holler at you. Y'all be safe now. You hear?